Like it wasn't trying to be like this big thing. And
that reminded me of what Marvel was doing, because I think it was when Taika Waititi did Thor Ragnarok, and then I started to feel like Marvel Studios was taking genres into the superhero genre.
they've been doing that since the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Because Doctor Strange was like a mini horror sort of
yeah,
genre thing, and then Ragnarok was a comedy.
yeah. So so like they've been doing that. That's one of the great things about what they've done with Marvel Studios. If they've taken genre films and just put them into their superhero universe. Ant-Man's a heist film.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
So like,
that's
Thor is, because they had Kenneth Branagh, the director. Thor is like a Shakespearean play.
He's that type of actor.
Yeah, like
director,
so like it was so Shakespearean Thor. Little things like that. And then
they had to change it up with Taika.
Then you had kind of like the kind of buddy cop kind of thing with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's right.
And funny enough, like with Thor: Love and Thunder, I cracked up because I was like, this feels like Taika Waititi doing like a Big Trouble in Little China, but like went too heavy on the humor, so the balance was off. But like the first few minutes, I was just like, it's 80s action films. Chris Hemsworth is wearing like a Yggdrasil t-shirt, like the tank top, the white thing with the Yggdrasil design. But the Yggdrasil design is very reminiscent of Jack Burton's tank top in Big Trouble in Little China.
The white with the sun.
Yeah. And then like even his jeans and the boots, right? Like it's Jack Burton. So I was like, oh fuck, it's Jack Burton. And then when he starts fighting those bikes, he turns into Jean-Claude Van Damme with the splits and even the jumping spin kick. Like I was like, Jean-Claude Van Damme? And then like, and then you had was it Heimdall's son, saying his name's Axel, because of Axl Rose guy. I was like, this is like an 80s kind of like, it was very metal, like again, and you look at the fonts and stuff, it was kind of metal. It was like Thor: Love and Thunder was an airbrushed van, like the airbrush fantasy art on a van of Marvel films. Yeah, that was the vibe I had. And so I enjoyed it, but like it wasn't. Yeah, I think he went too heavy with the humor that it cut a lot of the emotional elements out. But yeah, Marvel have been doing that since the beginning. Like you look at Captain America: The First Avenger, it was like a war film. Like it was like Kelly's Heroes. It was Kelly's Heroes, but in the Marvel universe. So they've been doing that since the beginning. And that's one of the things I love about it. You had Guardians of the Galaxy, like they were the Star Wars, the science, the kind of space opera of ragtag, kind of bunch of characters, and like the underlying theme of Guardians of the Galaxy is the found family. And it's it's not necessarily about the people you're related to, it's the people you let into your life that can sometimes become better family than your blood. And like it's accentuated more in part 2 when you meet his father, who's an absolute asshole, and he realizes that like Ego isn't his father, Yondu was his father figure. Like it's that kind of thing. So like, that's the heart of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Despite all the humor and the space opera, Star Wars-ish, kind of sci-fi elements of it, the key element of the story being told by James Gunn is found family. Your family is who you make it. You don't, blood doesn't always make you family. So I'm excited for part 3.
Yeah,
because that's the last one.
And what's the next stage of that story? Because
I think they're centering around Rocket.
Right.
So yeah, I think this is going to be Rocket's story, very much exploring what happened to him, why he is the way he is, and so I'm excited for that because again, James Gunn has told this emotional story through 2 films and a special that you're like, yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it, but you're also dreading the fact that this is the last one with this team, with these characters. So it's going to get emotional. So yeah, and like the Christmas special, like I cracked up at that, just getting Kevin Bacon. Like, I was like, this is the best. So yeah, it's that again, Marvel have been smart in terms of that, where it's like, hey, let's just dress up these genre films with our superhero characters, and then it kind of makes them feel different and kind of new and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool.